Hey everyone, welcome back to the Rural Vermonter YouTube channel. Today we got a pretty cool video for you guys. I've always wanted a boat, and now my sister lives on a house next to a pond, so it's a perfect excuse to get one. So I got a friend, same friend who sold me the Subaru. He has a boat. He'll sell it to me for $5,000. I used to be the mechanic on this boat, so I know it really well. We're gonna take Toad down to get it because it's the only one with the right hitch on it. My other trucks have the 2.5 inch. Toad's the only one with the 2 inch right now. So we'll take that down and try to go get this boat. It's gonna be pretty cool. So I just arrived at the seller's place and we're gonna hook it up to Toad. This is my friend Andy. He's the one selling it to me. He also sold me the blue Subaru. Good man. And he's gonna help me load everything up. Unfortunately, Andy did not tell me that a couple of things had broken on the boat until recently, but I think they're gonna be quick, easy fixes and make for good YouTube content. Yeah. All right, we're gonna load her up. So since this was Andy's boat, he's going to tell us a little bit about it and inform me of some stuff too. But what do you have to say, Andy?
It's a 1996 Stingray Merit Cruiser. It has a Chevy S6 engine, which you informed me about. It's 18 feet. I bought it right as COVID started because I want something to do when I was locked up in the house.
You got a sweet deal, $2,800.
Yeah. When I bought it, did not run. This man helped me fix it up, get it running, and it's worked like a charm ever since.
So he bought it for 28, and then they had to put about 3,000 ish into it, and I bought it for 5. And since I've been all around the whole boat, I pretty much know all the ins and outs, and I've been in the engine a couple of times. It's a Chevy engine, 4.3, so it's pretty sweet, and it's inboard. I know a lot of you guys don't like inboards that much, but I prefer them because they're just cooler.
So the previous owners of this boat took out all the back seating and put in some of these bench seats. They work really well. They're really nice for lying down when you're trying to sunbathe or something. The only issue is that they don't quite fit exactly in, but it's not that big of a deal.
And they got storage underneath them, which is all nice. Pretty sweet. This is what broke up here right before I was about to buy it. The key is no longer in the key spot. It fell out, so we're gonna have to try to pull that out. And then the battery is dead. So that, we're just gonna have to work on that. But other than that, I think it's gonna be mint. So with that, it's loaded up back there and I'm gonna take it home. Boat's back home. This is not the permanent parking spot for it, but this is where it's gonna sit for now. It's a little bit raggedy outside and inside, but I think with a bit of cleaning up and a little bit of paint, it'll look pretty darn nice. And since I was the mechanic for this boat for the past couple of years, I know it, and that's why I chose to buy it, because I know the engine and mechanicals are in really good shape. So up front here, this is the driver's seat and the keyhole. It's starting to rain. I better put the cover on, but the keyhole fell out. This goes up. Looks pretty raggedy up here. We're gonna have to do some upholstery work, make it look nice again. Missing that trim panel. What does this rope go to? The anchor? Oh yeah, that's the anchor. Neat. This is pretty cool here. It's got a radio. The radio's in here. And you can just put that radio in, play some tunes. It's Bluetooth and it goes to these speakers around the boat. Throttle control. I'll take this out on the water so you guys can see everything. So obviously this boat right now will not run because the key is missing. So first thing we got to do is take care of that. This looks pretty easy to take off of here. It's just these bolts. So I took this off and the hole behind it's the same exact size. I'm just going to widen this hole because that'll go over and be fine still. And to take this dashboard off, you need to take off this whole windshield. And I'm not doing that. So we're going to make that hole a little tiny bit wider. Well, as has been happening a lot recently, my camera died. I might need to get a new phone sometime soon, but I put the key back in and it looks like it's gonna be operational. Everything back in here. So, pretty sweet. This is working now. It just needs a new battery and then it's ready to run. Before we go out though, I do want to take some time and vacuum this interior, clean out these, storage spots. and then also show you what came with the boat. And then I just bought something to temporarily glue these little strips down for now. I just bought some spray-on adhesive, which is certainly going to be only temporary because it'll get wet and then break again, but we'll figure it out in the future how to make it more permanent. Just vacuumed it all up. It looks a lot cleaner now, but I think we're going to need a pressure wash of the interior eventually because it's still a little bit grimy. I'm going to open up the engine here, show you guys the engine and everything. These are the drain plugs, by the way. And once I open the engine, it also will double as a spot to vacuum. So back here's the engine. Some of this wiring looks a little disastrous. Some of that is on me. Some of that's from the previous owner. But at least I'm pretty sure I know where everything goes to. So there's the hydraulics back there. It's missing the nut to the air filtration, which is interesting. It definitely wasn't missing that before. But this is just a regular old 4.3 Chevy engine branded as Merc Cruiser. And back there's the battery we need to replace. And as I said, I know a lot of people don't like inboards, but this 4.3 engine I'm very, very familiar with. I've had a lot of them over the years. So it's not too difficult for me to work on. The big pain is when you gotta pull it to do jobs. But other than that, it's not bad. So included with the boat is 1 inch of standing water back there apparently, but also a tube, a pump for the tube, and in this side are a pair of water skis, and then I guess a nicer pair of water skis. I don't know if the nicer ones come with it. I know the wooden ones do though. And then some life jackets, as is the legal requirement. So I'm applying this now. It says you gotta let it sit 10 minutes for a permanent bond, which is a while. So I just put both of these down. It says it'll be a permanent hold, but we'll see how long it lasts for. I do not imagine it will be permanent at all. Today's the day we take the boat out for the maiden voyage. I got the inside cleaned out. I hooked the battery up to the battery charger in there. We're gonna hook the boat up to Big Green or Toad. The reason we're going out today is because it's like gonna be 95 degrees. There she goes. So yeah, it's gonna be a hot one. Boat's loaded, let's go. All right, so there's the pond right there. Way over there, not that little thing. There it is. So we gotta get to the boat ramp now. Just getting everything ready. Check the oil. Have you ever seen cleaner oil in a 1996 engine? Whew. Look at that. She's gonna be mint. All right, we're gonna back it in now and hopefully everything goes smoothly. This is, I think as this boat launch goes without my tires going in the water, that's not quite deep enough. I don't want to get the truck stuck, but I am going to have to back it up a little more. So let's hope we don't get it stuck. Let's try here. The water is super warm, that's crazy. Oh, it's going. Alright, I'm going to have my sister hold the boat, I'll pull the truck up. Then we'll see if it starts. So, first start for me. Pump this a couple of times. Put the key in. A couple more pumps. One more time. It's going very well. Maybe if I pump it while I turn the key. There we go, we got something. I wonder if I have any piston problem.
Ooh.
No backfire. Okay. It's like I need to hold the key. Yeah, so something's wrong with the key. You gotta like hold it on. So after a little bit of troubleshooting, there was a wire disconnected under there. I reconnected it. Think it's gonna work. All right, here we go. We are running. I'll get us a little away from the shore and then put the propeller down more. Sounds a little bit crackly.
Yeah.
Why? But what is the noise coming from? I mean, we have a good oil pressure on the gauge here. You guys hear that noise though, I'm sure. I also don't think it's a rod knock because it's not quite like a rod knock sound. It sounds like a pulley or accessory is rattling or something. So can you rev a little bit and let me listen to it? Slow it down. So I think it's just something is loose. So we're just gonna go with it for this trip and see if it breaks. Ladies and gentlemen, we are boat idiots. We have never owned a boat before, and we forgot to pull up. I was wondering, why are we not getting full power here? It's not getting full power. We forgot to pull up that little safety rope, and look where it got tangled. I hope I didn't destroy the prop, but I'm gonna have to get in there and try to untangle that rope. Hopefully it didn't mess up a bearing or anything. We'll drop the anchor, I'll jump in and try to take it out though. We got the anchor dropped. I'm a bad swimmer, so I put on a life vest. Pulled this out. Gonna put it back on the boat. Oops, I overshot. And we'll see if this fixes it. Okay, let's try this again. Put this back down. Let's see. No. Still not getting full power. So there's something else. That was just another hiccup, I guess. So when I was looking in the carburetor, it looked like it wasn't spraying enough fuel down the jet. So I just connected a couple more things a little bit tighter. I'm gonna see if this works. Is the anchor up? So 5 tries later, it's actually running how it's supposed to be. There was just a couple connections that were loose on the engine. I'm gonna say it wasn't my fault because I didn't do those connections. I think they just loosened over time. But tightened them up, and then there was one solenoid on the carburetor that was a little bit weird, so I gave it a couple of taps. And it actually accelerated to the full acceleration. So we're gonna put everything on and then have some fun on the boat and see if everything works. MacGyver boat, we're gonna go take a joyride. Enjoy, guys. Yay. So after a few mishaps, the boat actually operated pretty well. Pulled it up here out of the water again. Now we're gonna go home. I do need to fix, there's one pulley in the boat that is pretty janky. It's the water pump pulley. It might need a whole new water pump, so we're gonna probably do a video on that too. All right, thanks for watching this video, guys. Definitely a couple of hiccups along the way, but it worked well. That water pump pulley definitely needs replacing. Yeah, I know it is the water pump pulley though, because I took the belt off and it didn't make that rattle noise at all. It sounded really smooth. So we're gonna buy a whole new water pump for it and put it on in a future video. And then this boat is gonna be perfect, perfect to me. So that's the plan. I'm glad I didn't sink it on my first journey. Thanks for watching. I'm happy to have a boat, and I'll see you next week.